Right. Seems to be back. The best I can figure out is maybe the capture card got really hot because it feels warm. But I'm pretty sure when I unplugged my headphones from my computer and plugged them straight into the TV, and it's still making that. So the only thing between PS5 and TV, it was either the PS5, which I restarted, or it was the capture card, which I restarted the capture program. So hope it doesn't happen anymore. It does mean we're gonna have to hope it saved really recently, because I clearly didn't manually save, but this game's been really good about auto-saving, so we may have to redo that Clive. Yep. We have to redo the Clive, not Clive, the auto conversation first, but that's okay. Cool. And I guess we'll have to recraft the sword, but that only took a second. That's whatever. That was weird.
Something tells me
weird.
that I saw on the
I mean, it could easily just be because it is Heim
How'd
here.
you manage that? It's a long story.
I won't play it now, but I'll check that after.
All hands on deck then.
It is still very Heim here. And I don't think the PS5 and everything is helping that fact, but, you know. Okay.
Is this everyone?
Yeah, even the music was getting crunchified.
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima.
Yeah, no kidding.
He called it Origin.
Yeah, no. If that was the game, well,
as yet unclear.
If that was the game, it was still happening to other things in the menu. So that makes me think it was either the PS5 or the capture card. So far, I've had zero issues with the game, but weird nonetheless. Could just be because it's I'm here. Yeah, your homeland's gone. Dion's also not thrilled about this. Dion is actually taking it hard. She's like, oh darn.
Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the curse breakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Not that old. I got the capture card when I got this computer and monitor because I upgraded to 4K. Not that old. Year and a half?
Look that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
My old one couldn't do 4K throughput.
It pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies.
If it's a one-time thing, then whatever. Happens again,
Here we languish,
I don't know. We'll figure something out. Yeah, my other one was old. I had my OG one since I started streaming. So I kind of had to replace it at some point.
It's all right.
I still have that one.
When we faced him at stone here,
I still have my OG Elgato. This is the one I got that has the PS3 input on it, which is they don't do that anymore. That's how you can tell this is an old one. Just don't use it, obviously.
If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
So, taking votes. Does the Hideaway fly? Because let's be honest, every time they pan out in the Hideaway, it looks like an airship. Or does she make the Enterprise fly? I feel like those are our two options. Or do they combine? Do you combine the Enterprise with the Hideaway as the thing that pilots it, that's clearly the best one. Like it so reads as an airship from like a
It's
distance.
a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads.
But also, it would be a massive flex on Mid's part to be like, yeah, it's fine. I made the ship fly.
Right.
It already has unprecedented ship engines. I just pointed them down. Yeah.
Bugger off.
Well, time to rest, I guess.
Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh? Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Let's remake that sword real fast. Now I know I don't have to worry about the other two.
Not saying Fordian, do you? It'd last you a good while. My best work, but it'll do.
Good enough.
Fine.
Oh, there was stuff in the room too. I keep meaning to check that and then getting distracted by other things. Wall of Memories is getting a few more memories. Still missing a lot. What happened in Eastpool with the Bearers and the Guardians? One second. Has been a long time coming, and I'm proud that it could finally have happened here in Rosaria. The Duchy of Old may be no more, but Archduke Elwin's dream still burns in the hearts of many, and it is through victories such as these that the fire will spread. This is only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is. It's hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds and readying the packs. Yet he is not, and it is everything I can do not to fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. Thanks again for helping getting the dungeon in order. Had you not rode gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot still would be stuck stilling blight water over a bonner. There's always room for improvement, though, so don't get your knickers in a knot should I come a knocking at your chamber door looking for more spheres and ash and whatnot. There's but one crystal left needs cracking, and but one man who can do it. See that you don't miss. While the going was slow and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby, but I suppose it's up to us now to make certain the little one gets it. Alright. No side quest or anything yet, so let's go talk to Joshua. It's kind of purely obvious in the distance, huh? Very not subtle.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Kinda, sorta, yeah.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world world awaits us. A withered, godless place where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
Ah, yes.
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's a good thing I have
Listen.
wings.
That's true.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix.
Ah, yes,
I
cat
will
girls.
do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
But, and hear me out, Trebuchet.
All right. I yield.
That can get us halfway there, then all of a sudden you don't have to use as much flight power.
Yes. I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings?
Well, I kind of absorbed those, like half of them. Sorry.
Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god.
Mm.
I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
I mean, it seems like that was already the case anyway.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima.
I imagine he would, yeah.
He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
I mean, I guess that saves us some time too. 2 icons that can fly.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back.
Don't you all at this rate? Look at
Let's
that
come
thing.
to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Kinda get the feeling she might not, I mean, you're all having the whole, final trip sound about you. Don't know if she's gonna be super in love with that idea either.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea.
It's fine. It's not. It's only because he stole her. Nah, she gave him her essence in a thinly veiled erotic scene.
I have to do it.
which, as we all know from any good shonen, immediately removes any female character from a story.
This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you.
That was definitely a scene.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, considering we do know a little bit about her, like, history, all she really is, storyline-wise, is person that knows Clive. He's female. As Shiva. Ah, now we get some quest. Okay. Holy moly. Alright. And this might be some quest. One or two. None over here. Okay, well, it's kind of a dead continent. I feel like we helped anyone we could over there by now. Alright, let's start questing. I'm not leaving them behind, so, yeah, you know. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all the time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with the supply of antelope bones. Uh-oh. Yeah, always help Pop.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Don't sound exasperated. Torgal's the best part of this game, and you know it. Search a lost tome. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exists ancient text deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime. And it was a chance encounter with one such tomes, from a distance, that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which bursts to the very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Don't worry, it'll just be basic crafting materials. Yeah, mm-hmm. It's okay, Ramen. Definitely, especially in Utawara Mono, there will never ever be characters bonding over hentai manga. Never. Those things don't happen.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would
Such
have done the
they
same
are.
for anyone else.
You're far too
Never,
modest, Clive.
yeah.
You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what
Yes.
little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've
What?
seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even
Maybe
begin
shock
to
you? Oh, what's
unite
that?
the realm?
For me, especially like I'm re-going through it, I'm watching the anime. Man, the just sheer difference between like Protag from Prelude and Haku, and like they're just like, he's not a bad person. You still are like, oh yeah, protagonist guy, but like, I don't know. Guy who doesn't want to do a lot of work, looks forward to all the breaks between all this crazy stuff people are asking him to do. Just speaks to me.
Killed most of the rank and file. There is no
Yeah.
man alive more capable.
And
Literally. And as luck
a lot
would
of
have
the
it,
times when
I've already
those
spoken
happen,
with him on the matter.
it's more
You have.
so and so has gotten so distracted by, let's be honest, so and so is Kuan, by a bath that she's forgotten there's people around, as opposed to everyone decided to spy on so and so,
Frustratingly
which is
principle, and he has
different in
certain
intention.
qualms about
Haku
passing
is
arms
absolutely
with
great, and the subtitles for that scene, though, had me actually laughing. And like that's a scene we already seen in the game, but like the subtitles, man.
in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
The sound effects were also hilarious. Honestly, even if the subs didn't do that, the sound effects would have been funny enough
Of course not.
that I still would have been laughing,
as
but the
Chaos
subs
reigns,
going
we'll build a
nuts.
better world. I'll do whatever it takes.
So
If
good.
the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Right, tell me.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
The past few days I've been trying not to overheat things around here. So I figure watching an episode or two of anime doesn't... Like, I'm not even far into it, but... Yeah. I'm gonna go nuts and just pick up every single quest and just go out there like a mad lad, just questing across the realms. A Joshua quest.
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing.
Yet we can tell.
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
Will. How and where?
This girl ended up being a deception. It's fair.
After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained.
You say that, Ark, but
In the
Atui.
process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised.
Like, I know you're saying Kuan, and you're not wrong,
That I joined
but
the
Atui,
paper at my
though.
convenience. I have been meaning to go, but
Who I don't think Ramen has encountered yet.
would you join me?
Though they're not super late into the game or anything.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
I think she ended up being my favorite. But like, yeah, no. Still very early. Like, are you even actually at the capital yet, Ramen? I know you'd be on the path if you were, like, fighting the bandits.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison.
Yeah, we did kind of just let her go.
Seems they were keeping
Just
a
maybe
lot
not
of
smart.
bearers there.
Just met... Oh, yeah, you did meet Nekane. Okay.
Finding bearers
Cool.
always was her
So just
strong
got to the
point.
capital.
And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless.
Oh, I know where
Bearers
Balmung
now
Dark
in
is.
this.
Absolutely know where that boss battle arena is. I
Bearers
mean,
with no one to look after them.
prison.
When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. While
Considering
I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waluda,
you basically
let those bearers
get
die
a
in
ton of the
themselves.
world building
I'd rather risk
through
shipwreck
side
on the
quests,
Shadow Coast than leave them
you
to
could make a
starve.
strong argument that the majority of the major NPCs in the Hideaway get more on-screen character development than Clive does.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to.
I'm not saying it's necessarily bad that he doesn't get the most character development on camera. I still feel like he does a decent job at being just a good protagonist who just goes and flex on people and does badass stuff. I'm not mad.
Chadwick, another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that.
But I also like that they really do want you to do the side quests. You could argue any game wants you to do the side quests, but like some games, let's be honest, cough, cough, Xenoblade Chronicles, just adds side quests. But like, I feel like there's less in this until this moment than a lot of other JRPGs. But they really do want you to do them. They give you really tangible rewards some of the times, like making your healing better and your pack larger, and there's so much world building. I don't think there's been a quest so far where it's just been like, well, that was a nothing quest that got me a nothing reward and I learned nothing about the world in it. But
I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be in a place to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test then?
hell yeah.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
We will get there at some point.
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
We got a lot of quests. We'll get there eventually, for sure.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Yeah, I know there's quests out there. I don't need to chat with him. Yeah, so we chat here, go up there, down there, over there. It should be everyone, maybe? Just so many. So you want a book. It's definitely not hentai.
And I'd be happy to help you find
Definitely didn't awaken something in you.
Thank you, Clive.
I'm not going to ask what it is, but...
Be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I
imagine,
spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Alright.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you.
Definitely hentai then.
It set me on the path to becoming who I am today.
Really good
Its
hentai.
importance cannot be overstated.
Alright. Ah. Yeah, like a really good one. I definitely thought somebody down here wanted to chat. I guess they're like right up there. Yeah. Damn it. Alright, I just assumed.
What do you think happened to Miss Middleton?
Sid, you have to help us.
What's wrong, children?
You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
I hope they'd be smarter than that.
Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
Yeah, same difference.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she
Except
does have a
we have
lot on her
subtitles on.
mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid?
Oh, come on.
You really should be more careful around Miss Middledol's invention.
Pot kettle, huh?
Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, You could put it back together, couldn't you?
Definitely not.
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Yeah.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't
Definitely
scare
in a
him.
dungeon.
It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Has Mididol mentioned a new project yet?
What? Hello? Kids are worried about you.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
Yeah,
Others
honestly.
seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you.
Well, they were right. Her head is in the clouds.
Yourself away from everyone.
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it.
Yeah, I suppose.
First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
You did.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't
Also,
find
Mike, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Going pretty alright. We've hit another, quite frankly, massive side quest wave. So we side quested. What the hell is the other? Are they up? Yeah, they're up. I don't know if I've ever had to go up there. Alright. So up we go. Yeah, I don't think I ever actually came up here.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My
Stupid
name
is the idea. Oh.
I've been with the Curse Breakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
There's like nothing there.
The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important.
I don't know how that would work, Ramen, but I do know that if they were to make a light novel out of Nekopara, it would have to have a name like I done messed up and got hit by a truck, and now I am in charge of this weird maid cafe, and there's a bunch of girls everywhere, and they're cats. What do you even call that? Some sort of cat girl maid cafe? Question mark? This is now my life. That's the entire title. All of it. With weird punctuation, too. It's required.
Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not
Like
a place of nurture.
10:25 at night, and it's still just like blowing hot air on my face.
Into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so
Well, yeah, that's how it starts, obviously.
I can't even remember.
It's got a sensor in it, so when you open to that page, it plays a record scratch sound effect. There's a speaker in the back of the book.
Faceless and forgotten.
When you get to any other page, it just goes, yeah,
Was run with
yeah,
military precision.
yeah, yeah.
Every child measured,
Every time you turn the page, it
every
just
name
meows.
recorded, every death logged.
But it cycles through each of the cat girls.
Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
Dead.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please, even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Yep, that's
Hidden
That's
in
the
a
title.
forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
Alright, so we do have one quest in Ash then. So we have one more to pick up here. We still have a bunch out there too.
Has Nittedal mentioned?
Oh, hey, Torval. You alright?
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there?
Oh, not this again.
I never did
Why?
ask where you
Thank
got
you.
that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long.
Woof.
Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
You don't say.
You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
That way. Yeah, well.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
True, he doesn't.
Where to then, Torgal?
Follow Torval. Alright.
Say what you...
Where did he...
Well, Lady Karen has seen herself now.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria.
Torgal is also the smartest person in this game.
I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
I am gonna just wrap up what I can while I'm here, but we're gonna do the Torgal quest first. Then a manga adaptation of Nekopara. Alright, it's already more than I would have expected.
Alright, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break.
That's how bones do.
Durability you're looking for. Shell will serve you better.
I do know what an
You know
adamantoise
what an
is.
adamantus is?
Yeah.
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Alright, so that's what we got here. Fine, then we'll untrack everything else and just track the one. Perfect. Well, I guess it auto-tracks others. Oh yeah, I guess we did have to do one here too. Yeah. Yo, you got info on that
Clive,
quality hentai?
What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips.
Oh, so it's that kind, okay.
You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always.
I don't know what that kind is, just the kind
Keen to tell me very
wouldn't
much.
expect us to be into.
I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers.
Oh, yeah. They wouldn't want you to know that. Yeah.
Order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually
true.
or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
Yeah.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
There's just super anti-pornography. You know,
Sadly,
the usual.
all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? that I'd pluck it from thin air.
Companies.
Not from thin air,
Yeah.
From ash.
Ah, true. Got to keep that ad revenue.
Are rife.
The game's already rated M.
Storm,
Fine.
but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
So that should be everything here. Torval is over this way. Obviously, Torval quest. Doing it first. Alright, time for a boat. Somewhere.
It's still here. After all these years.
Yeah, just boating. Yeah. Yes.
Bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy.
Gonna go in the... Okay. There's no getting in and out of boat animation, so it's fine. Especially not for Torval.
This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
Yeah, sure.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Yes, indeed. Aww. I forgot how cute puppy Torgal was.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love.
Yeah, you're better off without it, I assure you.
Perhaps.
You are so better off without the mother.
What is it, boy?
So drastically better off without it.
This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy?
The ultimate sword, yes.
Thank you.
The sword given to you by Pupper. Well, re-given. Found by?
For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget.
It was a fairly big practice sword, all things considered. Like, yeah, I guess it's wood, but still, damn. I hope so, yeah. It turns all your damage non-lethal, so you can't actually kill anything.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
It's like, no shit, Sherlock.
All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
Dissolved sigh.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Quest complete. Reminisce with Pop. Good amount of EXP, actually. Shard sparring sword. Oh, it's a display item. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by a faithful friend in the aftermath of the Iron Blood invasion 18 winters past. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. And Cavil's Fang, +1, increases Torgal's attack potency. Alright.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
So many quests left. I was hoping to make it to 11 at least, but I'm really starting to fade because of the heat. We did still make a good amount of progress tonight, and it is entirely possible that several times throughout the summer we're going to have to be doing shorter streams due to the heat, because there's no other solution happening. So that's what it is. So this seems a good stopping point. Ooh, we hit a new checkpoint over here real quick, though.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Genji Glow. Ooh, those better be good. Those better be good.
All done?
Not just because it took a lot to get to them, but because they're Genji Glows. It's a necklace. I always assume. Increase damage dealt to enemies by 5%. Okay. The island warriors to the far east are said to claim a piece of the armor of a slain soldier following a battle, wearing it over their own until the next encounter, which time they finally remove it. The warriors believe that the spirit of the fallen foe will now lend them their strength. So, you think at this point, yeah, I'm going to say 12 attack is less than 5% of our damage. Right? So I'm going to say that's the better option. That said, I mean, Impulse's will damage is probably not the most important thing if I wanted to do something else there. Jeez, we got some accessories. It does feel that way. This feels like the final side quest push to wrap up a bunch of storylines and stuff. So it's probably going to take us all of next stream, and even then maybe a little more to just finish up side quests, but we're doing them. I'm going to do them. I want to. we've done all of them up to now. Why would I stop here? It's almost over. Honestly, I don't feel like the PS5 is... It's at least not hot in the immediate vicinity. Hotter than... The problem is, it's just hot. When the whole room is 80, how can you tell when that's giving off more heat or that's giving off more heat? It's all the same fireball of hell in humidity. A little less humid today has been helpful. A lot less humid, but a little less humid. Never mind, I lied. It's 88% humidity right now. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. It's a shame I had to split this into 2 parts because of that weird bug, but whatever. I'll upload them as like part 9 and 9.5 or whatever to YouTube. That'll be fine. That's true. I would take heat over food poisoning any day of the week. 100%. Oh, not that. Oh, I was about to say, I still gonna have the heat on for weeks. It's actively awful. No, but like this is the same part, but it's got that cut in the middle because I had to cut the stream. That's true. That's fair. I wouldn't even be able to guess ramen. So that sounds awful. Sorry to hear that. Everybody's just suffering one way or another, even in places where it's not as bad. You've got heat on for some reason. Yeah. The plan is more of this tomorrow. Phoenix Wright Sunday. I don't know what the upcoming week brings, because it really, part of it's weather, part of it's just whatnot. I do know that next week, not this upcoming week, but the week after, I won't be streaming much. The 18th, a week from Tuesday, I'll be going to the other D&D campaign that I'm not in. I'll be sitting in on that campaign because Potts will be down in Connecticut and is part of that campaign, and I'm going to go hang out. So Tuesday, Wednesday are D&D. Thursday I leave for the convention. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the convention. Monday I come back, Monday the 24th. And it's possible I come back from the con and I go, cool, I have energy to stream. It's also possible I come back from the con and go, cool. And I cannot predict that ahead of time. I cannot. I can guarantee that Tuesday the 25th I will stream. It's possible the 24th Monday, but I don't know. Also, the Saturday after the 29th, I will not be streaming either. July 28th. I can do 28th. Yeah, that I can do the FanFest, but I can't stay up crazy late because I'm going to a one-day con with my brother and nephew on the 29th, the week after Kineticon. I don't remember if I mentioned in the Discord. Looking at the cast list for the guest list for that con, it's actually better than Kineticon. It's got Christina V, it's got Todd Habercorn, it's got Gray DeLise, it's got several other people whose names are escaping me in this. Jonathan Frake. Keynote was the first thing. Yeah, the important thing. I definitely do want to do that. So that Friday we'll probably be streaming the event instead of other stuff. But yeah, the upcoming weeks are going to be a little bit disjointed. There's also a Saturday, so we might... What I'm saying is Saturdays specifically are a bit borked. Saturday, August 12th, I also will not be around, and August 26th I will also not be around. One is the FanFest for Pokemon... Oh no, the 19th and 26th. One is the FanFest for Pokemon, which is taking place in New York City, and I'm going with my brother and my nephew because they're big Pokemon Go fans. And the other is a weekend I might be going with friends to their beach house for an end of summer vacation. So I do have a handful of days, heat notwithstanding, upcoming that I definitely won't be streaming. I'm going to try to be more consistent, but also like if it cracks like 95 or something, I just don't think I might have to stream with the camera off and just have 3 fans pointed at me shirtless, and just that's the only way I could survive those temperatures. We'll see. Some of it's going to be played by ear. All of this is suboptimal, but it's not much I can do about it. I can't stream when it's like 95 plus degrees. I can't. My computer will melt. So we'll see. Some stuff will be up in the air. I'm going to try to be more consistent though, and even I'd rather do what I did tonight, where like I stream and the heat wears me out a bit earlier, so we cut it a bit earlier. I'd rather do that than just cut the stream, but I really did need to the other day. It was the heat and the depression of the AC price was, it was 1,200 plus parts minimum. You'd have to put in dedicated new lines in both the upstairs rooms, run from the outside. There'd be labor for 3 people plus parts for an afternoon. And other circumstances make it so that that's not a price we're overly willing to pay. There's outside circumstances of we probably will not be in this house next summer, so that kind of limits the amount of money we're willing to put into fixing a thing for 2 months, even if it's gonna suck so much. So yeah, it is what it is. We're at some point this week we're gonna sit down and see if we can figure something out. I don't know. Who knows? I look forward to the fall. Deeply look forward to the fall. It truly cannot get here fast enough. Yeah, there's been some decisions made. Yeah. There's a likelihood I won't be going with them and will be remaining in this location, not this physical, but this general town. But nothing is super set in stone yet, so no. Where I'm likely going has Optimum too. Don't worry, Ramen. We'll never escape. It is... Nothing is set in stone, but it seems likely that I'll actually be moving in with Calico and Afro. Rent around me is very expensive. And nobody I know is looking for roommates, whereas they have spare rooms that they have offered previously. So that is looking likely, but nothing is set. No timing is set, nothing is set right now. It's more just the wheels are in motion. So I might actually have worse internet for a while. But hopefully, unlike here, if Frontier Cable gets to them, I know that they would be like, yes please, instantly. Not like here. But we'll see. These are relatively recent things. Once I know anything's set in stone, I'll obviously let people know, but I only even brought it up because that's the reason. Like, normally you'd be like, oh, that's not split between a few people, that's not an exorbitant price, but split between a few people who also know that they definitely won't be here next summer, it suddenly seems like a much higher price. So, yeah. His life. You'd be shocked at how much a window fan and a personal little... It's just a little USB fan right here. The window fan gets some of the cool air from the nighttime, and this one blasts it right at my face. I ain't gonna say it's great, but you'd be shocked at how much it helps. You'd be shocked how much these little 2 fans help. Oh, I should show this. So, obviously my friends know, before the electrician came by, they still knew that, like, the heat around here is not great. I gotta show you what they got me for my birthday. It's a neck fan. You wear it around your neck and it just blasts cool air up your neck. Oh, I can also show the other thing. Hold on. To turn down the light. Otherwise, it's just going to reflect a white sheet of paper. But... Gotta try that live. They got me really... I'll take a picture of it because it'll capture a picture much better, but really nice Mizitsune art with, like, the bubbles are actually, like, silver foil on the paper. Hold on, wait. I can do this better. Give me 1 second. There we go. That looks a lot better. You can actually kind of see it there. That's really cool. And, hold on, while I'm just showing stuff from birthday. And... a Team Rocket outfit. They go as Team Rocket to the convention, so now we have one extra person in the squad. And yeah, a little bit, yeah. It does usually just be shrunk down, don't it? The character I play in our weekly D&D campaign is heavily based off of Artorias of the Abyss from Dark Souls. So instead of a wolf companion named Sif, I have a wolf companion named Fish, just backwards. So it's the same artist as the Mizitsune, actually, but it's a nice pin. I'm gonna put it on my bag. Because it's basically the inspiration for my animal companion in D&D, which is very nice. And, you know, quality gamer t-shirt. Quality. Good stuff. Oh, I realize this means there's no chat on the screen, but whatever. Fine. I can see it. Yeah. I think my brother and nephew are going to try to get a Team Rocket shirt and hat as well, so when we go to the con later and when we go to the Fan Fest, we can also be Rocket people. So I think I've convinced them that we should bring a change of t-shirts that are lighter colors if we're going to be in the city for a full day. Sounds great to be Rocket. Do you wear a jet black shirt standing up in New York City for a full day? But yeah, there we go. Back to the smaller screen. But yeah, that's... See, I chatted till 11. It works. I was really trying to make it to 11. But that was just such a logical gameplay pausing point that it made sense. I didn't think we were going to get another quest done at that time. It's so dark with it. There you go. Yeah, that's the short-term plan. Is tomorrow I'm going to play more of this. We're going to do more side quests. Sunday I'm going to play Phoenix Wright come Hell or High Water. It's been too many weeks since I've played it. I want to play more of it. We're going to try to work Labyrinth in at some point because I know we're getting close, but I really want to finish this. I have somehow not gotten spoiled for anything, and I really would like to keep it that way. I would like to finish this before I can get spoiled for anything, and I'm also enjoying it. It's the double whammy of I want to play more, and I want to play more soon so I don't get spoiled. So, you know. I haven't forgotten about other games. We were finishing Labyrinth. It's just might have to wait till after this. But yeah. We got a monster. Cool. Good. A Discord. And I got nothing. There. That's what we got. We got a toss. No, do you know what?
When I die, I want you to wipe the hard drive on my computer.
Just because Date. No better reason. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all had a good night.
A real set of badonkers.
Thank you, Ramen, for the, what was it, 135th gifted sub? Jeez. And yeah, hope everyone had a great time. See you all next time. This has been Viper for Viperland, and goodbye.